What's up, everybody? Today is November 30th, and today marks the first day that we are doing our daily updates, daily market updates. So we're excited, and you should be too. So make sure you hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay informed with what's going on here. So everybody's continuing to bug out a bit regarding the pricing and what's going on with Bitcoin in particular and Ethereum as well, but lesser. Today, across the markets, basically everything was pretty much down as far as all the majors, somewhere around 3%, some were a little bit more, some a little less. But there were a few winners. Dash was a winner, big time. I think it was up about 10%. So right here, we're looking at Bitcoin. Are we looking at Bitcoin? Yeah, we're looking at Bitcoin. And not much really to say, quite honestly. And that's a good thing. That's what we're going to do. We are going to remove the anxiety and the angst by taking a look at what has worked in the past. And what has worked in the past with us is basically what you're looking at right here. There are a few other bells and whistles that will be coming in the coming days and weeks, but this is the crux of it. So while everybody is spending time, should I buy, should I sell, should I buy, should I sell, we don't need to. It's a 5-second look at the chart, and I'll walk you through it really quickly. From our previous video, we did a quick recap of what's going on. We got a buy signal right around here, and that's when we entered into the market. And the market has pretty much gone straight north from there. This is the bar, the last closing day bar is right here. And if we look at the trend strength, it's pretty much showing, bullish. The D trend it's still in an uptrend. Not much to say there. MACD says everything is good, everything is bullish. And the RSI is still at a high. So it may look to turn down, but right now we don't really see any major indication of it turning down. If we look at Ether real quick, Ether shows a little bit of a different story, and Ether tends to be a precursor to Bitcoin's price movement. Remember that, by a few days at the very least. And that's kind of what it's showing here. Ether is looking like it's turning the corner to go bearish. And we'll take a look right here. Trend strength is still showing very bullish. But here we're starting to see a divergence between the trend strength, the MACD, and the D-trend indicator. You see the D-trend indicator peaked right here, and it's going south. Okay, so that is showing us that there's some underlying cracks in the foundation of the market, Ethereum, the Ethereum coin in particular, as far as price. That's not to say that this won't kind of go sideways a bit, consolidate, and turn north, but right now what it's telling us is that be wary. If you're in a long position right now, pull in your stops to make sure that if this thing were to gap to the downside or take a major run to the downside, you'd be able to hold on to much of the profit. Because remember, we got in right about here. Okay, we want to, remember, manage our risk, understand the risk, and then we don't want to leave too much on the table. If the market is showing us that it's going to be going south, well, why would we be foolish and not try to protect our profits by pulling in our stop losses? Another way of going about it, and we actually did that here, and we actually did it with Bitcoin as well, is that we saw, right, that the trend was peaking out right here. We saw that a few days later. So what did we do? We had a feeling that there was going to be a major downturn, and there was. And actually 2 days earlier is when we started to go ahead and say, you know something, let's pull in our stops, and also let's take advantage of any wick to the upside, any high wick that basically flames out to the upside. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. Okay, so we actually got out right around this 500 level, actually a little bit better than this 500 level. We'll show you how to go about doing that. So that happens a lot of times in market tops, and you see it happened here as well. Okay, it happened. He had a few bars here that it happened. Okay, it actually happened right here too. Right here, it didn't actually flame out, but you can see that there was a steady rise up, and then boom, it came down. Okay, and so you really need to be looking out for these types of things. So, like I said, Ethereum looks like it's turning the corner to go south based on the trend, based on RSI turning over as well. Also, you can see MACD is starting to kind of peak. It looks like it's starting to peak right here. So that could be another input into the overall story. Remember, don't take any indicator, any indicators at all in isolation. Look at the indicators and have them tell you a story. Okay, each indicator tells you something a little bit differently, and that's the way in which we utilize these indicators that we've made. So that's really about it. Again, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and we will see you tomorrow.